Something kind of league-wide on the trend of teams posting after a win.
Yeah.
Locker room thing. Since you first became
a lot of pressure.
Do you watch any other coaches and how they do it?
No. I mean, I'm not taking my shirt off. I can promise you that.
Not even for free hot dogs? I think he would do it for a free ham. Although the free ham may be the reason why he's not taking the shirt off. That's Mike Vrabel getting ready for Week 15 and the opportunity. Who?
Don't you love, though, how coaches, hey, do you watch any of the other ones? No, but I'm not going to take my shirt off. So you do watch them.
That's true. But that's the same. I like Belichick acting like he doesn't know anything about social media. I mean, come on. Hey, who would have dreamed? I mean, we were saying yesterday we had a graphic up, and we may be able to hit the button and put it back up that has Drake May on one side and Bo Nix on the other, and it's got the playoff seeds in the AFC. And I said to Sims, would you have dreamed a year ago that this would be where we are right now with the Patriots and the Broncos led by a couple of first-rounders from 2024? They're dominating the AFC, and the Patriots have the chance. I mean, if you would have told me Bills-Patriots Week 15 potentially decides the division, I would have wagered, if I do wager, and I don't, a large amount of money on it being the Bills clinching the division by winning, not the Patriots clinching the division by winning.
I mean, but think about in the AFC, would anybody have picked, now we're talking about Bo Nix, Drake May, and Trevor Lawrence as the top three teams in the AFC seeding for the playoffs that include Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, like to just think Joe Burrow, to think about all the quarterbacks and how much we talk about the greatness of the quarterbacks in the AFC. We're looking at these two second-year quarterbacks and Trevor Lawrence as the top three quarterbacks possibly going into the playoffs. It's just crazy to think about. And, again, it continues to show Jaden Daniels last year, these two guys this year, how special that class was a year ago at quarterbacks.
And if we can put that graphic back up, here's a way that we could have couched it before the season started as we wait for the graphic to come back up. It's not going to work if the graphic isn't up. So we put it up pretty fast the first time. Okay. If you would have said back in June, hey, Aaron Rodgers, on December 9, your team is going to be in better position than Josh Allen's, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, C.J. Stroud's, Justin Herbert's, Tua Tagovailoa's. He would have said, that's a pretty good deal. We're going to be in good shape. We're going to be the 1 seed. This is it, baby. I'm going to ride off into the sunset with a Lombardi trophy. Here we go. It really is unbelievable what's become of the season. Okay, so the Patriots can win the division this weekend with a win over the Bills. Here's Mike Vrabel on the prospect of distributing hats and T-shirts while he keeps his shirt on after the game this Sunday.
Like you emphasize or bring up a hat and T-shirt game this week for your team?
No, I don't use a hat and T-shirt. We're just trying to play for the championship that we have available this week. Man, I think it's a great testament to our players that have put us in this position to be able to do that. And again, it's not going to be easy. This is a very good football team. There's a reason that they've won this division 5 years in a row. A lot of respect for them. They're never out of it, never down. They may be down, and just like last week, it's a football team that understands that, somebody's going to make a play, and then the quarterback is going to give them a chance to the very end.
Okay, you know how they have the Bradley Cooper commercials for Uber Eats, and the whole bit is football is not a ploy to sell food, right? They show those all the time. Hat and T-shirt games are a ploy to sell hats and T-shirts, people. That's all it is. It's meaningless. I can only imagine. Take those down. I know you got to put them up, but take them down. I want to talk about this. Can you do Bill Belichick talking about the lack of significance of winning a hat and T-shirt? I mean, who gives a shit about a hat and a T-shirt? I want a Super Bowl ring.
Stop disrespecting all my hats and T-shirts stored away in a box somewhere maybe in my basement or somewhere in my house. There's
I'm
a
getting
bunch
emailed
of
the T-shirt.
AFC East.
I'd rather have the T-shirt you're wearing.
No. Again, we used to say it's the first championship that we want to win. You want to win your division. You want to play a home game, but like. You dare show up to the facility Monday with that damn divisional like championship hat and T-shirt on. Oh, they're. I mean, you're gonna wear that in here. I mean, you're gonna. I cannot remember. Maybe like a rookie or a new guy wears it in before the meeting, but I cannot remember ever seeing anyone come in with like their divisional hat and T-shirt on. Literally, you would see the hat and T-shirt in guys' locker still wrapped up in the rubber band with the hat, with the T-shirt rolled into the hat. You would still see that in guys' lockers like the next off season, or like guys would just leave it in there. Like you were scared to wear that. You're like, what the hell is Bill gonna say if I wear this hat? So like, it matters, but like you don't wear it. Like, I think what Vrabel said was perfect. Like, it's a championship that we want to win, but like there's a bigger hat and T-shirt game.
There's a great video from one of the years you guys won the Super Bowl or went to the Super Bowl. I think it was the year you won it, where I think it was 2018, where they gave Belichick they ruined the Hunt and Hallis trophies. They used to be so awesome. Now they look like oversized Monopoly pieces. But they handed that thing to Belichick, and he's just like, "Get through that." You could just tell. He's like, "I don't want this.
Even look
I don't
at
want
it.
this friggin' thing. I don't want this." Yeah, he's just like handed it to Jonathan Kraft and like, get this thing away from me. So yeah, I can imagine what happens with the hats and the T-shirts. All right. Division leaders, Super Bowl odds. We had the graphic up earlier. By the way, the Rams are, to a little surprise, the favorite at plus 390. But they're the Patriots. The Patriots 10-1, the Broncos 10-1. Some would think maybe they should be lower than that, but they don't have the playoff experience that the Rams have. The Rams won the Super Bowl 4 years ago. That's the free quarter zip that I got from NBC when we were in SoFi Stadium for the Rams-Bengals Super Bowl. So, yeah, I don't know. Who do you really believe in the most out of the current division leaders?
I think this graphic's actually pretty accurate. I would say the Packers and the Rams are the closest. Maybe I would put the Patriots over the Packers. But I like this graphic. You know, I think Denver's not 100%, but all the teams under Denver, I don't feel as good about. Maybe Jaguars jumped the Eagles after last week, but, the graphic's pretty accurate for me.
Hey, the Ravens-Patriots Week 16 game has been flexed to primetime in lieu of Bengals-Dolphins, but I had some readers jostling for Broncos Jaguars to be the game instead. Like I have any I understand why it's Patriots Ravens. It's going to do a bigger number. And they're both compelling, but because I mentioned that because I might put the Jaguars ahead of the Broncos right now. I might have more across the board faith in the Jaguars right now. The Jaguars are kind of, they're going through this thing like the Panthers are now, like the Bengals did the year they got to Super Bowl 56, where there's just a bad association with the uniform that you have to get past before you can accept the fact that the guys in those uniforms are better than what those uniforms have been. And I just think it takes a while to get your brain around it. And I think that's one of the reasons why, the Jaguars were not getting respected. That's one of the reasons why they're not getting respected, because they've disrespected that uniform for so long that we look at them and we just think they stink. Same as with the Panthers right now. Even though the Panthers were in a Super Bowl 10 years ago, we look at the Panthers and we think, no, they're not any good.
And I think the Jaguars is special because not too long ago, they were a bad call away from, like a lot of people feel, from being in the Super Bowl when we beat them in Foxborough, and then it all went away so fast. And I think that is even adding more into it. But I do agree with you. The way they've played the last few weeks, they've been really good. So I think from a football standpoint, I think that game is going to be a heck of a game to watch that everybody's going to be watching for. But like you said, these primetime games are not about just the matchup. It's about the numbers as well.
I still think if the Miles Jack fumble recovery and touchdown would have stood and they would have gone up 17, I still think you guys would have come back and won the game. That's the one asterisk.
That's why I put it in quotations.
They're up 10 in the fourth quarter. Yeah. I still think Tom and company, you would have had something to do with it too, but I think Tom would have had something to say about erasing that deficit. All right, when we return, former quarterback got a call yesterday from his former team, and it wasn't a prank call. We'll discuss that next on PFT Live.
DraftKings Sportsbook is an official sports betting partner of the NFL, and new customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Download the app and use promo code PUNTER when you sign up. DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.